what are the challenges that you're facing within your organization and how you're dealing with those challenges?
So we're coming into our 7th year right now. So what I and you probably can speak to this more, is especially being an EO, what I find, the first years we had tremendous growth obviously, and we've always had that. But what I find is when you hit 7 years, the real plans for because we have big expectations of what we want the company to grow into, as a lot of people do. But a lot of people say that, but they don't really mean it. They say, "Oh, we want to be a $25 million company, $50 million." They don't, not a $50 million company, but none of their actions on a daily basis actually lead to that. So it's just that's what they say to themselves. We do have big expectations. So one of the things that I realize is when you get to the R stage, you do one of two things. You either become a lifestyle business. Your growth slows down, and then you just want to protect what you have. And you might actually lose revenue to some sort of level because you slow down, and that's where it ends up, and that's probably where 99% of businesses end up, or they go out of business or whatever it is, or you want to become an enterprise. And when you do that, to become an enterprise. Generally, you have to innovate. You have to find different ways to grow, unless even in your own area. And there's an analogy, sort of like you're on a cliff, and you want to you have to take risks to innovate. So there's a fine line between jumping too fast and falling and crashing to sort of getting it nice so you can rise. And that's a big challenge that we have right now. In the 5 years ahead, how do we get that really big growth that I want? And the question is, why do I want growth? And that is a good question, because you can have a good living, you can do well at the size that we're at. If you have more revenue, generally you're having a bigger impact, and you're able to do more and have more power and evolve. I believe if we can't grow to the size that we want to grow in the next few years, our core mission of educating everyone is going to be in jeopardy. The big things that we're working on, and so there's the process stuff internally. I find that every few years we have to start all over with our process, just because changing people leaving or things that worked when we were smaller didn't work. And just everything you got to prevent things from being stale. Look at Amazon, look at Google, look at Apple, how they are able to, every new product. I mean, I just finished reading The Everything Store, which is a book on Amazon, and it's really interesting, but it talks about how they innovated throughout their life.